Diwala, our partners who will be able to give you a lot more insights into how digital verification is changing the workplace. And Brighter Monday couldn't be prouder to be working with a company like Diwala. So we are super excited and can't wait to get underway. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Arnold. I'll probably begin by introducing myself and also my colleague. My name is Mutuzo Irene Esther, and I work as the Head of Business Growth and PR at Diwala. Joining me today in this presentation is Miss Marina Selstad, who is a co-founder and Chief Communications Officer at Diwala. And we have just heard from Mr. Arnold Akampulira, who is the campaign manager, Brighter Monday, Uganda. And it's such a pleasure to have you here today. Now, before we get into our discussion, you may be asking yourselves, what does Brighter Monday do? Or what does Diwala do? Before I can invite Mr. Arnold, just a few housekeeping rules. Please mute your microphone if you aren't speaking. We will have a session later where we'll be able to interact with you and you can ask any questions that you may have. Please also keep your videos off. And in case you do want to put on your video, again, you'll be able to be given a chance when we come to the Q&A session. Without further ado, allow me to introduce what we do and who we are at Diwala. Diwala is a technology company that was established in 2018. And what we do is we provide a convenient, easy to control, hassle-free platform for digital credentialing that is currently being used in 10 African countries. Our digital platform enables individuals as well as businesses to hold, that is to keep, issue, and verify any digital credential in the world. And you may be asking yourself, what does the word credential mean? A credential could be a transcript, it could be a certificate, a license, an ID, passport. Think of any important information that is often issued to you and needs to be verified. And later in the presentation, my colleague, Ms. Marina, will be taking us through an in-depth of what a digital credential looks like and what it can enable. At Diwala, we are built to enable access and optimize data integrity with the most secure technology. That's about Diwala. I would now like to invite Arnold to tell us more about Brighter Monday Uganda. Over to you, Arnold.
Thank you very much. Like Irene has already said about Diwala being, that's the same theme with Brighter Monday. Brighter Monday is one of the largest online job matching platforms in Uganda, started in 2014. And since we've evolved to work with multiple employers in the country and onboarded several job seekers and actually matched so many people to jobs through our platform. So what we normally do, or how essentially our platform works, is a job seeker signs up, gives us as much information as possible about themselves, and this is why now the credentials come in. So the more verifiable that information is, the more confident employers feel in hiring people from our platform. So by working with Diwala, we think we're giving our users, both the employers and seekers, more value in how how our job matching works. So our platform enables job seekers to be able to seek out the best opportunities out there. And once they have given us enough information, employers are able to see the best talent, assess them, and hire from our platform. Last year alone, we had over 685,000 users on our platform, and that is down to the number of opportunities we're able to access and bring to our users. So this year, we want to continue doing the same. And with Diwala, we think we can actually build better platforms that give both our users the confidence they need in the job market.
Thank you very much, Arnold. So now going into the problem. Why is it that we chose to partner with Brighter Monday to come up with an interesting solution when it comes to verification of job seeker information? Now, we have a problem when it comes to the processes that pertain to the issuance, access, and verification of information. And this information, like I mentioned, is things like transcripts, certificates, job-seeking information about whether someone worked somewhere or they did not work somewhere, licenses, permits. Now, the processes around, first of all, receiving this information for the job seekers are very manual and outdated and long. Then also when it comes to verifying, and this is where the employers and the recruiters come in, there's also a lot of time and money spent. And because of this issue, we're finding that a lot of people and businesses are being restricted from accessing authentic information. And by this happening, very many people, almost half of the world's population, is excluded in participating in the digital economy. What are some of the challenges this bigger problem provides? One, move to the next slide, Marina. The first challenge is the amount of cost and time spent. If you have been in the recruitment industry for a while right now, you should know that it can take you up to 3 to 6 months and over $5 to $33 to verify certain information about a job seeker here on the African market. That is a lot of time and a lot of money that is being spent in this process. Yet with digital platforms like BrighterMonday and Diwala, this process or this time can be cut down to a matter of seconds. There is no reason why you as a recruiter or you as a business have to keep making multiple phone calls or sending multiple emails to find out more information about someone. And worse still, in this process, you'll find that even when you try to take these steps to find out more about the person, make these calls, send the email, at times the person on the other end meant to give you this information can either be unresponsive, difficult to reach, has left the country, or has even moved on to another organization. And this prevents you from getting the information that we need. We can be able to solve this challenge in terms of cost and time. Then another risk that pertains to our verification process is the risk of invalid, fraudulent, or complicated claims. Again, if you are a recruiter or an HR and you have been performing these recruitment processes in a while, you should have come across some documents which are unfortunately invalid or, for lack of a better word, forged. And by this risk, we are saying that one, a lot of businesses are hiring the wrong people, and these people are getting away with such fraudulent acts, which again can be solved through using secure digital platforms. Then when it comes to international hiring, the risks are even higher because a lot more documents are requested, a lot more processes are required, and very many times you will find that a lot of these job seekers sadly do not have this information available to them. So what happens for those that are unfortunately incorrupt, they'll end up getting this information through the wrong channels. This is one of the reasons why we're building what we're building, to be able to handle this challenge and risk of invalid or fraudulent claims. Then lastly, the other bigger challenge is now to this person who is looking for a job. Very many cases you'll interact with job seekers that they are quite desperate to find jobs, but because they can't access, for example, their transcript or certificate, or they can't get a signed copy or verified copy, they will not have information to share with a verifier to prove who they are. So what then happens is that this person ends up losing out on a job opportunity, not because they do not have the necessary skills, but because they actually do not have the proof to show that they actually have these skills. And while this job seeker is losing out on this opportunity, you, the employer, you, the business, are also losing out on qualified talent that you would have got if you had the right information to give you the confidence enough to hire this person. And these challenges that I've just showcased are actually challenges that are in the market. They are challenges that we have gotten insights about. And at this juncture, I want to invite my colleague Marina to share with us some of the insights and data that will glaringly show you the big challenges we have around verification in the African market. Over to you, Marina.
Thank you so much, Irene. Very lovely to be here today and to have you all join us on this webinar. As Irene has introduced me, I am a co-founder and Chief Communications Officer at Diwala. I've myself been in Uganda for the last 5 years, researching, implementing, developing the Diwala platform in collaboration with organizations and institutions here. So during this time, I've been so fortunate to interview a number of employers, such as yourself, during our research. And we asked employers and recruiters alike, what is the most important thing that you need to verify when you're looking for new job applicants? So number 1 and number 2 are sharing the first place. Job references and academic transcripts is the most important thing that employers and recruiters want to verify. At number 3, we have academic degree certificates. And number 4, we have work history following the soft skills and additional training. So out of 200 employers that I've myself been part of interviewing, this was the results. Then we have also recently sent out a survey in collaboration with BrighterMonday Uganda, where we have been digging further into employer workspace verification specifically, and what are the most prominent challenges experienced in this area. And as you can see, out of the 50 responses we got, 58% was mentioning the lack of trustworthy information about an individual's experience and character. Following at 26%, a big challenge was the time and length that it takes to actually receive feedback from employers. And 8% was the cost of verification services. Other things to mention was privacy concerns of the candidates that are to be verified, along with the low quality of verification offered by the verification service provider. So the numbers and the research does not lie. There are clearly challenges here that needs to be addressed. And as Diwala, that we have made a business of. So connecting verified people and businesses can actually add an additional $6.7 trillion to the world economy through gains in services and productivity. This is quite a lot of money, which also means that there's quite a lot of money and also time wasted on inefficient verification and certification processes. So this is why we have created the Diwala platform. So what is the Diwala platform? Diwala is a SaaS platform that optimizes an organization's ability to create, sign, and seal credentials built with SSI principles. Organizations such as schools, training institutions, skill trainers, or simply organizations in private sector that needs to issue certain credentials. Self-sovereign identity, SSI, what is this? It is a model, simply put, for managing digital identities. A digital identity will give individuals and businesses control over the information they use to prove who they are to parties like employers, web pages, services, and applications across the web. So through leveraging self-sovereign identity standards, Diwala enable any organization to safely issue highly digital secure credentials. Now you might ask yourself, what is a digital credential? Well, in the technical term, we like to call it a VC, which stands for verifiable credentials. But a credential is merely just an improved and tamper-proof version of a paper-based certificate. A credential acts just as a paper-based credential, such as a passport, an ID, a driver's license, or in the case of education, an academic transcript or a certificate. It is a proof of a qualification, competence, or a clearance which is attached to a person. So, as I said, SSI is connected to a person's ID. This is how we can attach a credential to a person technically. And the difference between an original paper-based credential and a digital credential is that the digital credential is like a living data package that travels around, and it contains a set of elements. It contains cryptographic signatures and data schemes, basically information. This information is traceable back to its authentic source. This could be the person that issued this along with the organization that issued it. So what this means is basically that we can always verify online where, when, and for what reason this credential or certificate was issued. Let's take a look at one of our customers' credential in detail to understand the different elements. One of our long clients, Stanbic Business Incubator, credential here, as you can see, is containing a set of information. It has the information about the course, the time, the description, the person or the business that this credential was given to. And then it has some other interesting things. It has a cryptographic signature, as you can see, the signatories, their names, and their signature. It also has a link here at the bottom. This link is what represents the credential. So this is the link that you can use to share the credential or access the credential information. The information can also be accessed through scanning the QR code on this credential. So let's dig into the different user groups of the Diwala ecosystem, because credentials are indeed interacted with by several types of user groups. So the first one, as I've mentioned, is the issuers. The issuers can be an organization, an institution from private sector, someone that trains. It could be a bank, telecom, any organization that needs to issue a proof of information. We enable these organizations an automatic credential creation by ease. We enable them to secure their credentials easily via encrypted signing. We give them convenience by allowing them to share a link to issued credential on any digital platform. And we ensure authenticity of that information and safeguarding the institution's reputation with cutting-edge identity and security standards. Now, the second user group we have, we call them holders. They are holders of credentials. They could be employees or job seekers, anyone that needs to hold and access a credential for something they have done. We give them peace of mind by allowing them to accept the credentials, hold them in their wallets, their digital wallets, and own them forever. This means once you have received a credential from the Diwala platform, you will never have to worry about losing it. Even if you lose your phone or break your computer, or if you lose the physical piece of paper that you had, you will still always have access to it. That is very convenient. And we also allow you to share both hard and soft copies of these credentials. You can gain insights on who would like to verify your credentials. And what is very important concerning SSI is to have you give your consent to who wants to verify or see further of your credentials. Then for the verifiers of these credentials, this could be employers or recruiters, we give them a way to create a request to view credentials from applicants. I'll show you this in practical terms in a video shortly. We give them convenience to share that request on any digital platform. And verifiers can always trust with confidence the authenticity of a user's credential, because these credentials have been issued with the type of technology that makes it impossible nearly to hack, change, or alter this information. And the best thing about all of this is all the time and cost and money that you can save on digital credential verification. This money you can instead use to increase profit in your business and work on business development. I would like to show you a quick demonstration of how this looks like in the Diwala platform. Hopefully the sound will work.
Diwala 3.0 is here. Hassle-free verification. Create a request to view any credential related to a task of your choosing. Convenience. Share this request on any digital platform with a few clicks. Trust with confidence. Validate the authenticity of a user's credential. Start requesting credentials today at www.diwala.io.
All right, now that was the verification part. I'm also going to share this with you again, because it is the best part about digital credentials. And having this kind of process to verify credential enables all these user groups in the ecosystem more control of their information and the information shared, more simplicity and portability of these credentials. You don't have to worry about papers, printing papers, stamping, verified copies, and all of that. That is in the past. It allows it better discoverability and interoperability. And of course, using privacy and security standards. So here you can see also a example of a credential on the phone. And here you can see an example of a QR code or a link that gives access to the credential. So once I click on this link, I will be directed to the Diwala platform. And here you can see the credential and its information. You can see that it has a statement that this is valid and cryptographically verified, but as a verifier or employer, I would like to know more about this. So I'm going to click on this button. I will log into the platform to authenticate my user, and then I will be given access to the information containing inside this credential. Information like who it was issued by, the validity of the credential, aka does the hash code of this credential match with its original authentic source? Yes, it does. It has a signer called Jane Doe, and its Jane Doe's cryptographical signature has been verified a lot as well. And we always keep adding and iterating on this feature, and we will keep doing so until it is amazing and satisfy all needs of verification. So that you can see the verification is very easy and quick. So that was a little bit about Diwala, the platform, and how the technology works. I'm going to give the word now back to my colleague Irene, who is going to share with you a bit more about how this technology gives value to you as a business. Over to you, Irene.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marina. And every time I look at Marina's demo, I'm just excited about how easy verification can be. As someone that has worked in recruitment before, I'm aware of the back and forth calls, the back and forth emails, no responses, and this process being cut down to absolutely no calls needed, to second verification is just a breath of fresh air to so many people in the recruitment industry. So what is the value that the technology can bring to your business, and that you as particularly as a recruiter, as an HR, or even a business owner? First, the Diwala platform ensures all credentials are authentic and can be verified in a secure and flexible way. The technology that Marina just introduces us to not only enables just the issuance of the credentials that I mentioned, but it also ensures that these credentials cannot easily be tampered with. So when an organization issues credentials using our platform, that organization has the confidence that certificates, that transcripts, the IDs that are out there in the market are only and only from them. And should anyone want to authenticate whether they are valid or invalid, that authentication can also happen very easily in a flexible way, under seconds, like the way Marina just showcased. Then the second value we bring is that we enable the time as well as cost of verification to greatly be reduced. As we have just seen, a process that would take us up to 3 to 12 months is now taking us 3 to 12 seconds. And then the money that would be spent is also now being cut down to $1 to $5 when it comes to verifying one document about a job seeker. And we are seeing that this digitization can enable us and our businesses to save costs in terms of the human resources that take part in these verification processes, the time, as well as the effort that is required when it comes to verification. We are now enabling this verification process to be reduced to a matter of seconds, making it more seamless. Then thirdly, you may be wondering, I am an HR. How can I further utilize the Diwala platform in addition to using it for verification? This platform can also enable you to issue digital credentials in terms of job references, showcasing that someone has worked with you and what they have done, as well as employment IDs. Imagine your employee ID is one that is digital, is one that you can access anywhere and can be verified, and don't have to ever worry about losing it in a hard copy. Our technology enables that and ensures that we can provide you and your business with a more secure and flexible way to enable your employees to access and share their information, while also ensuring quicker verification, protecting your institution's reputation. Then fourth, our technology also enables you to collect authentic real-time data and analytics. In today's world, it's no coincidence that when you talk about data, everyone gets excited, because data is actually the new gold. When you have data and you know how to use it, you can be able to learn so much from it. And by virtue of the fact that our platform is digital, it's able to collect that data for you. And you as a recruiter, as an HR, as a business, will have the capability of using this data, analyzing it, and using it to inform your processes and policies. Then lastly, you get to be a leader in technology, not just here in Uganda, in Africa, but also globally. So adapt to the future of digital credentials by issuing digital proof of work experience, issuing IDs, issuing training credentials for the members in your organization. By doing this, you are not just moving forward when it comes to adapting technology in your process, but you are also standing out as a leader, as a pioneer of the use of innovative technology like SSI here in Uganda. And as Marina said, we are continuously building, we are continuously improving our platform to cater to your needs, to enable more issuance and verification of any type of credential. At this juncture, I would like Marina to showcase a short video of one of our clients, the Uganda Law Society, that has actually required us to create a membership ID. And while this example showcases a membership ID, it could be an organization ID for your employees. So imagine your ID is digitally accessible as well as verifiable. Over to you, Marina, to take us away.
Thank you so much, Irene, for highlighting the value that this technology brings. And just wanted to highlight that the EU has just announced of late that they have a goal to give all citizens of EU a digital wallet by 2030. And as we have been in the credential market for years now, we also know that these credential platforms and digital wallets are appearing all over the world in many, many countries. So there is absolutely no doubt that this is a big need for everyone, institutions, people, and employers alike. Even taking a look back at the pandemic that we had really highlighted so many of the issues concerning document and information that needs to be digitized. So we are excited to have this as our mission. Our mission in Diwala is to enable people with more opportunities so that their opportunities are not lost due to a silly paper problem. And like Irene mentioned, we do create various types of credentials in collaboration with clients and customers alike. And this short video here will showcase the most recent credential we have built and launched, which is a digital membership ID. It will also show you in short terms how our most recent platform, Diwala 3.0, is looking like. And we're very excited about this, as we have been here in Uganda and developing this platform for years now and accumulated all of our research, all of our knowledge, all of our user insights into this new platform that we call 3.0. So without further ado, let me play this video for you all, showcasing our membership ID credentials.
Introducing the brand new Diwala Digital Membership ID. What makes this ID so special? It's easy to use. With the Diwala platform, institutions can now issue and sign unlimited membership IDs with just 3 simple steps. Your digital ID is always safe and accessible to you in your Diwala wallet. You can't lose it. It's secure. With your wallet, you can safeguard your ID against unauthorized access and use. Instant verifications. You can now enable anyone to verify the validity of your membership ID within seconds. And lastly, easy access to perks and benefits. With your ID, your association can easily enable verification of your eligibility for you to access your special membership benefits and perks. Access your brand new Diwala Digital ID today.
All right, so that was the membership ID, but also a little demonstration of the issuance part and how a holder is receiving and sharing their information. So with that said, I'm going to now introduce to you our new credential development, the next credential that we're so excited to build. As we highlighted in the research previously in this webinar, there is a high need for recruiters and employers to also, in addition to educational, academic information, be able to verify work experience, past work experience in a more efficient way. So through leveraging the self-sovereign identity standards, Diwala and BrighterMonday Uganda is going to build a brand new credential showcasing just that, a person's job reference and or work experience. A digitally verifiable proof of work experience is merely a more secure digital record of a person's employment history. It can be used by an employer at the end of an employee's term of service, and it will contain details like the nature of the work, the duration, and the skills acquired during that period. More information as well as we keep developing. The main difference here to mention again is just that a digitally verifiable credential is accessible anywhere online. It's highly secure and it can be easily verified in seconds. Even if recipients don't have a smartphone, they can also access and share it on any device of their choosing. In this way, we are going to revolutionize the recruitment sector. Are you tired of spending a lot of time and money on verifying potential employees' job references and other information when hiring? Then we invite you to join our ongoing pilot and take part in the exciting work we do at Diwala, where one can verify a person's information in a matter of seconds. Say goodbye to making hundreds of phone calls, writing endless emails, or waiting months for a verification. To participate in the pilot, scan the QR code on the screen here and register your company name, your name, number, and email. We will then reach out to you in a couple of weeks to a month's time to arrange a meeting where we will either come to your office or set up a remote meeting through Google Meets or Zoom. In that call, we will simply ask you to click through our prototypes and ask you to share with us your honest feedback. That's it. Digital credentialing and verification of credentials is the future of recruitment. Join us!